everybody. I'm just gonna do a small little intro here and clarify some of what you're about to listen to. Um, this basically turned out to where we were gonna watch a video and then we wound up spiraling through a bunch of different topics. So enjoy our random candid conversation. It was just one of our regular ways. And the video is basically just gonna start about how we pick on JC, about how he's had several delivery people tell him that because of his view, uh, that he should be getting all the bitches in his apartment. So that's basically where the video picks up because, like I said, originally I was gonna try to do a video and introduce Kitty to something, and things got sidetracked and it didn't happen. So enjoy the video and enjoy the nice conversation and the stupidity that happens in the last 30 minutes or so. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Black working class dude that's ever been in here. Yeah. Man, you get all the bitches, don't you? Man.
Dude, would you like to test your theory about the bitches and the view?
We know that's what drew Kitty to you. It was the view.
Yep.
And
Some random
and
view.
and now she's not gonna let any of the other bitches have you.
Yep.
Yeah,
Only other bitches can see a view.
Yeah, I just took a picture off my balcony and that's all it took.
Yeah, she's like kind of a retard at all.
I still find it hilarious though that multiple takes from working class black dudes. Damn, there's a great view, and he got all the bitches.
You know what? That kind of makes me wonder what kind of bitches are you fucking hanging around, bro? That they'll just like drop it and spread it for
And damn, Kitty.
No, but think about it. That's exactly what they're implying.
I know it is.
Really? So really, like, what kind of women do these men know? Do they associate with?
Well, not to be that person that points it out.
Ratchet?
But the unfortunately, the black community statistically is 60% single moms. So
damn, black
ladies. Yeah.
Well, they're probably just exposed to a lot of women that are a very
loose.
Well, no, well that, but asset.
Yeah.
That they look at somebody who has like a nice condo or a nice car or hell even nice shoes, like, oh damn, okay, I can think of that guy. Look at his fucking jewelry he's got. He must have it going on. Or you know, look at his nice place he's got. He must have money. So I'm sure that's what they're referring to.
Oh yay! They stereotype themselves into a corner.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but 9 times out of 10 a stereotype comes from somewhere.
Yeah, I know. I just said they stereotype themselves into the corner.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a stereotype if there wasn't some truth to it.
Yeah.
Yep.
It may not be as extreme as everybody thinks it is, but there's at least 40% truth behind every stereotype.
I was kind of laughing my ass off at that girl who played Snow White. Her kind of losing her shit because South Park took a swing at her.
Supposedly, she's trying to sue Disney for ruining her career or something.
She ruined her own career.
Yeah. You know, lots of people, lots of like, you know, singers, actors, anybody consider it a badge of honor to get mocked by South Park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh.
you'd think these fucking actors and actresses would learn their fucking lesson, but I just
Yeah.
saw something today actually. The
Ooh.
quote unquote star of Andor uh, was on
Andor?
Jimmy Kimmel, and it's a Star Wars show on Disney.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, what the fuck
And
is Andor?
they're bringing out a new season, and he's doing the interview tour, and he was on
Yeah.
Jimmy Kimmel, and
Mhm.
he basically took a shot at Trump supporters, and it's like,
That's
bro,
not smart. Have you not learned
have you
anything?
have you not seen what's happened with every time anybody does that? It doesn't work out in your favor, bro. I
Nope.
mean, it might get some cheers from that fucking retarded audience, and you might get a back slap from fucking Jimmy Kimmel, but it's not going to do your fucking product any good.
Nope.
No. Well, it was like I sent Jester the video too, but there was a lawyer that I guess like his intern team had brought it up to him about Ziegler in her case, and he was like, she's trying to sue Disney. He was like, that's not gonna work out well for her. Isn't she the one that did XYZ? And he was like, and then they were talking about something else, and he was like, you have to understand that all their contracts when they sign on to be an actor for a movie, all of them have marketing stipulations as well. And he said basically what
Mhm.
happened was she broke her own contract by not following the marketing protocol because she's
Yeah.
supposed to go out and market it and promote it in a positive way that makes people want to come watch it. And he said, from everything I've seen and heard, she didn't promote it that way. So technically, Disney has a case to sue her.
Well,
I don't know.
at,
Oh,
at the
I'm sure they'll file their counter suit
at the
if they
very
want.
least, they'll blackball her,
Yeah.
and she just won't get any work for the rest of her life because she's difficult.
Hmm.
That's like I had a legitimate claim um, back in like 2010. Um, I I did multiple phone interviews
Mhm.
and with a company because I was laid
Mhm.
off, and down here in Atlanta when I was still in North Carolina,
Mhm.
and they actually like flew me down and to do like the final interview, which was basically just like, "Hey, welcome to the company," kind of thing.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
the and I'd been upfront and forthright the whole time with my situation and everything.
Mhm.
And apparently, somehow, some way, the guy that I was going to be working for, my potential manager, nobody had told him that I was visually impaired and I was going to have issues with certain things. And
Mhm.
I brought it up myself to him in that last interview, sitting around the conference table, and he was like blindsided by it, pun intended. And basically, as soon as that was divulged to him, uh, within like literally 5 minutes, the interview was over, and he drove me back to my hotel.
Mhm.
And I
Yeah,
did
that's a
not.
discrimination.
I easily could have sued them and won.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But if I did that, guess what?
You'd be a pariah.
Nobody would nobody in their right mind would hire me. Nobody.
Yep.
It's not worth it. It's like, yeah,
Nope.
well, I was discriminated against very, very obviously, but uh,
Blatantly.
you just gotta suck it up and move on.
Mhm.
Yeah, like,
And
Now,
but still, the people who treat the South Park jabs like a badge of honor, in the end, they do a lot better because South Park's just gonna fucking come after you again.
well, South Park takes shots at fucking everybody. That's the
I
point of
know.
South Park.
I know, but still, they're gonna come back after. She thinks, oh, if I yell at them, they'll fuck off.
No,
No, you yell at them, they're gonna come back again. And they're gonna be
10
twice as
times
mean.
harder. Yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah.
So
because
just when it happens, just
because
take
they
it
don't
as like
they don't give a fuck.
recognition.
They've
Yeah.
they've got their fan base. They've made more money than they'll ever be able to spend. Matt and Trey. They don't
Mhm.
care. Comedy Central doesn't give a fuck because South Park is the most lucrative um,
Show that they
you know,
have.
show that they have, so they're not going to do anything about it.
Nope.
So trying to go at South Park is retarded. Just let them take their shot, laugh it off, and fucking move on.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, come on. Look what they did to Paris Hilton. Paris Hilton is up a gay man's ass.
She's been made fun of for a couple decades now.
I'll give
But
her.
I'm saying she got a worse treatment, far worse treatment than Latina Snow White, and
Well,
she didn't
I
flip out, because if you
I
flip
I won't
out,
I won't give Paris Hilton credit for much, but I'll give her credit for this. She just criticism to her, she just laughs it off. She doesn't care.
yeah.
Well, she's also extremely wealthy, like family wealth.
No, no,
Fucking
no,
Hilton.
no, no, no. She earned her wealth. I remember watching the documentary they did with her, where they were following through her daily life, and this was back, in the early 2000s, and they
Oh,
were
in the Simple Life?
and they were talking to her, and she was like, somebody had asked her, at what point do you feel like you are successful? And she said, when I earn my first $1 billion on my own, I'm successful. And they're like, well, where did you start? And they're like, well, she said, my family helped me start, but they only contributed like XYZ, which was like less than 1% of her current net worth. And she's like, the rest is me. I'm the one that's pushed. I'm the one that's tried to find products. I'm the one that's done this and done that. And for all of the shit that she does and all of the Barbie doll bullshit she does, she's a very, very smart woman. Very
Well,
intelligent.
she branded herself.
She did.
She was
Just
the
like
first person that made herself the brand before Kim Kardashian copied it.
Yep.
She did pioneer the influencer, but to say that
Her and Nicole
only gave
Richie.
her the Hilton hotel chain has been multi-billion company for decades. She's not richer than the rest of her family, because the Hilton hotel franchise is all over the world.
Well,
no, I'm not saying she is. I'm saying that she said she feels like she's successful
because she made a
when
billion
she
on her
made
own.
$1 billion on her own.
But say that the family only gave 1%. They gave her free lodgings in all the different hotels. Her father in particular helped her with connections.
And she had the famous name.
She was walking on red carpets when nobody knew who the fuck she was. Like she didn't do it all on her own. I would say she's a smart businesswoman. She's
Her
made a
and
few.
Lionel Richie's daughter had
Yeah, very very smart.
TV show.
Yeah, they're very smart, and they pioneered the way for other influencers to copy.
Well, it's the same thing as like Kylie Jenner. She's a billionaire with all of her perfume and apparel and jewelry and all that shit. In the momager, I think it's gross, but she did an extremely effective job of monetizing
her daughters.
Yeah, monetizing her daughters, and they're all filthy fucking rich for it.
Yeah. I mean, there's all those pageant mothers as well. They do the exact same thing.
Yeah, pageant moms
also, she totally, but the mom also made money off of her dead husband's last name.
Well, everybody knew him from the OJ trial. He's one of OJ's lawyers.
But
Robert Kardashian. But I'm just saying, if she did not marry that man, they would be fuck all to the world.
Yeah.
But to be fair, that can be said of everybody. If depending on who you married, who you knew, what connections you had, none of these people would be fuck all to the world. Everybody tries to discredit Trump's achievements by saying, "Oh, well, he only got this far because his dad gave him money at the beginning." Well, no, he had plenty of failings in and of itself, and he had to bring it all back from the brink.
He's
Mhm.
been bankrupt like multiple times.
Yeah, and
Uh,
of course you have everybody who criticizes that and is like, "Oh, well, then he can't be a good businessman if he goes bankrupt all the time." And I'm like,
No,
no.
no,
he
you
can be.
take a chance on a building or something, and it
Mhm.
doesn't generate revenue the way you thought it would, and you're fucked because you sunk $50 million into building some giant tower,
Yeah.
and it didn't
Mhm.
sell the way you thought it would, and so you declare bankruptcy and start again.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he did that many times. And he was also extremely savvy in that he made himself into a public persona and
Mhm.
Yeah.
created his brand. And whether you like his brand or you don't, he did it. And he did it for decades. Uh,
Yep.
I mean, you don't
Hmm.
have to like it, but, it is what it is.
Yep.
Um,
No, I agree.
Still, that's like the whole like concept of like this country though, that you can build yourself up, and even if you stumble and fall, you can build yourself up again and again and again and again and again.
Yeah.
well, like we were just talking about Mike Rowe. Nobody knew who Mike Rowe fucking was.
Nope.
I mean, maybe he had some money from his family, maybe not. I don't know. But
Mhm.
he came up with a concept of a show, and he got it. He sold it to was it Discovery Channel, uh,
Mhm.
Was it Discovery or
whatever it was,
BBC?
and
Or not
he
BBC, but PBS.
but he did it, and he was personable, and people liked him, and
Yeah.
he grew it, and it turned into a phenomenon, and he got extremely rich off of it because people liked him. Kitty knows with your boys,
Oh yeah.
Impractical Jokers. They were
Oh
nobodies,
yeah. One
Yeah.
was a
absolute nobodies.
firefighter. One was a firefighter. One sold. Um. He kind of like worked for like a baby boutique. One was a bartender and an accountant. I think only one of them worked in the city as like
An actual professional.
marketing. Yeah. Yeah. But the other ones, one worked in a high-end baby boutique, one was a firefighter, and the other one was an accountant who bartended at this dive bar every other weekend.
But they were a bunch of nobodies that came
Yep.
up with an idea, and they
Yep.
sold it to the right people, and it
Yep.
caught on, and now they're all filthy fucking rich. Good for
Yep.
them.
Yep.
Except for the ones being accused of sexual assault.
Which one?
Wait, who's being accused of sexual assault?
One of the Impractical Jokers.
Oh. Okay.
I didn't know
I
that.
hadn't heard that, but
What's that?
Okay.
Weird. Oh no.
I'm not
Oh
saying I don't
no.
believe you. I'm just saying I hadn't heard that.
Yeah. Although, oh, that's what Oompaville meant. Ooh.
What did he
but
mean?
the
Oompaville, he made a friggin'. Oh boy. Okay. Yep. No, he made a video that said the Impractical Joker problem, and now I fucking get what he meant. All right.
Um,
Yeah. Yep. All right.
I know one of them had the wife left him.
Yeah. Yep. She did. She
and
did.
and left him with the kids, which is rare,
Fuck.
but
Yeah.
uh,
Yep.
anyway, like the point is that a lot of it's luck, but a lot of it is just okay. You came up with a concept, or you came up with an idea, and
And it
you
wasn't out
were
there yet.
you were smart enough and savvy enough to sell it to the right place, and
Yep.
it caught on.
Yep.
And there's a million examples of that not working, but
Oh, yeah.
when it does, it works. It's kind of how
Yep.
it goes.
Yep. Like
Now,
Taskmaster, like it started in England. It's massive in England. You got it in Australia, you got it in New Zealand, you got it in Denmark, like you got it in a whole bunch of different countries. They tried to bring it over here, and whoever the hell they picked to be the Taskmaster, it was some rap dude. It just fell on its face.
well, another example of that is like Top Gear. Top Gear's canceled now. Top Gear was literally the most watched television show on the planet for a long time.
Yeah. Worldwide.
And then they decided that they didn't like Clarkson because he was a pain in the ass and whatever else. And they forced him out. And then the other two guys left and they tried to recreate it for years and they couldn't do it because nobody watched it.
I would say Grand Tour is doing very well.
Yeah, but well, they've stopped that now because they don't care because they're all of them are unbelievably wealthy and they don't feel like doing it anymore. But yeah, it's but yeah, they just
started the farm. The Clarkson's farm still on TV,
and it's massively popular. People love that show.
James May started doing documentaries.
He was always a documentary kind of guy, and who knows what Hammond's doing, but hopefully not wrecking of cars and almost dying like he's done like 3 or 4 times. But yeah, that's one of those things like you had the golden goose and for whatever reason you ran it off. Top Gear would have been
It's because the studio thought they knew, but they've destroyed a lot of good shows because they wanted to change something in a way that was the exact opposite of how the show got popular, and they didn't want to listen to anybody when they said that's not a good idea, and they did it anyways, and then the show flops, and then they want to get mad at the audience.
No, Doctor Who comes to mind.
Yeah, well, the successive Clarkson's Top Gear, original Top Gear was something I can't remember his name. He was the guy who had Mr. Blobby.
Oh, Mr. Blobby.
The guy from Fifth Gear and Clarkson. That didn't work at all. The guy obviously left Top Gear, went to Channel 5 and did Fifth Gear. And that was because that was just a car show. Clarkson then reached out because Clarkson was a journalist. He reached out to James May, who was also a journalist, and then Richard Hammond, who was an entertainer. And they turned it from a car show to an entertainment show.
Well, yeah, I remember watching old Top Gears where they're literally just reviewing cars, like just hey, this whatever sedan, what's it like? Okay, this. Like it was just a straight car show. Like it wasn't anything to it.
Even the original, the ones with those 3, there wasn't real reviews. There was always comedy reviews. That's why they never managed, because they kept bringing car guys in. No one gives a shit what a car guy has to say about a car. Nobody does.
Yeah.
There was another TV show called Wheeler Dealer, where a guy would buy a banger, he'd take it to his garage, and they'd do it up, and then they resell it. No one cared about the dealer because they brought that over to America. People only cared about the mechanic because he was giving genuine mechanical advice about fixing your old cars.
Yeah. I think the dumbest car show America ever invented was Pit My Ride, because once they put all that shit in your car, it wasn't legally drivable anymore.
No.
Like,
Yo, dog, I heard you liked aquarium, so I put it in a car.
Well, congratulations, your car is no longer street legal. Yay.
I think the worst one they did was when the family paid them to overhaul a guy's over-the-road trucking unit,
Oh.
and they made it non-DOT compliant anymore, and he fucking flipped out.
As you would.
He flipped out on him because he's like, this is my livelihood. You just made it to
Yep.
where I can't do my fucking job.
Yep.
He was
Hmm.
pissed.
I'm sure
He was like, I thought you guys were just going to be like remodeling the bunk area, maybe giving it a cool paint job, but all this extra shit you added, you just fucking ruined my job. I can't take this over the road. It's not legal for me to haul shit with it anymore. He was so angry.
Rightfully so. I'd be fucking angry too. I would be beyond angry, actually. I think I would like beat the shit out of my family at that point.
Yeah, I think he threatened to divorce his wife over that, if I remember right.
Oh, well, wouldn't really blame him.
She was like, oh, well, I thought you were retiring in a few years. He said, yeah, a few years. I need this now.
Yeah. Way to go, Gloria. Way to fucking go.
I don't think that one here do. We didn't get the outrage. Maybe they edited it.
Maybe. But
We
yeah.
had the fake. Oh, I love it. And that was about it.
Oh, no, it didn't. It came out I think it came out a year later that he absolutely hated it. Because at first, what aired was that he liked it. And then later, when he was inspecting everything, he realized, oh my God, I can't do my job anymore. And the clip of him freaking out on everybody eventually surfaced online.
Okay.
Well, it's funny to people track the bar rescue and restaurant rescue and restaurant
Mm-hmm.
like 95% of them still fail. Even
Yeah.
after they did the whole like remake and all, you know.
Well, guess what?
Yeah,
You
because
slap a new coat of paint on something that's rusted through, and like on its last fucking leg.
you can't save a restaurant by giving it a new menu if
Yeah.
the management system, the management people don't change and don't
Oh yeah,
care.
but you can give the people every single thing that they need to succeed, but if they're not willing to change,
Yeah,
then they're just gonna fucking fail anyway. You brought them like 6 more months, and then they're failing again.
That, and it takes far longer than a few days for them to be trained and learn a new way of doing things.
I mean, like, even like that, like crazy motherfucking lady, like Amy's Bakery, like.
Oh, the famous Amy's Bakery.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she was crazy. The husband was crazy. They're both crazy. That was never gonna work.
Look, that husband was the fucking half-blind meal ticket for that woman. He thought she was the greatest thing because she was young and probably put out a lot.
Oh yeah, he was like 55 and she was like
26
or something, and she just had convinced him that like, oh, I know what I'm doing. He's like, okay, honey, and here's a bunch of money.
I know what I'm doing, and you're amazing, and you're smart, and I don't care what anyone else says. You have so much business sense.
He wasn't that retarded. He was also a dickhead. I remember that episode.
He was a dickhead, but I'm saying
he was the one taking tips off of the waitresses. I remember that.
Yeah, I think he was Turkish, maybe.
He was something.
He was people insinuated later that he had some sort of mafia ties.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
how true
I think
that was.
He was asserted that he was some type of criminal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't know.
Kitchen Nightmares work. Kitchen Nightmares actually worked over here.
Oh, I watched the UK when he first started doing them. and I loved those
Yeah.
because it literally he was just coming in like, okay, what's going on? Okay, let's revamp the menu a little bit. Let's figure out what's going on. It was very personal, and it wasn't
it-
the Americanized version where he's doing like therapy and shit. He was literally just
the
like, okay,
the problem was Hell's Kitchen came out after he did Kitchen Nightmares in the UK. Everybody wanted that Gordon, not the Kitchen Nightmares Gordon.
yeah, the screamy Gordon, not the
Yeah,
like, let's figure out what's going on,
because
Gordon.
The
in the
Gordon.
UK one, he would go to local butchers and local bakery, like for bread and ingredients and local farms, and set up deals with these restaurants, so they could get things at a reasonable price and that's fresh.
Yeah, that's honestly
Yeah,
that's really hard to do in the U.S. To be fair.
yeah. The first couple of series, when it was a UK series of Kitchen Nightmares, was really good.
Yeah,
Then they Americanized it.
Well, I mean,
Shit.
he would lose his temper, but not over the same stupid things that he would in the U.S.
Well, he's
I
he's a
expect him to be a douchebag in like
he's
the
a
good way.
character. He's a character. Like when he first started, he was just legitimately trying to help them.
Yeah.
Now he's a character. You know, he
Well, no,
plays his part.
because
No,
it's back to
that's him.
normal is Gino De Campo and the French guy and Gordon, and they go traveling and cooking around the world.
Yeah.
Is back to normal in those. I mean, most of the time his character is just pissing off Gino De Campo, which is an angry Gino De Campo is just funny.
But
If
like,
you don't know, Gino De Campo is a very gobby, short Italian guy.
And the main
Yeah.
reason he's so harsh during what is it, Kitchen Wars?
Hell's
Kitchen. The reason he's so harsh during that is because these are chefs that are wanting to
Yeah.
come in and work in a 1+ star Michelin restaurant.
Yep.
So he has to be stern with them. He has to expect perfection from them because that's
would be
his
horrified if he
reputation on
did
the
it.
line.
Well,
Yeah.
and they put like intentionally they put half of them are fucking retards that don't know what they're doing. So he
Oh my
freaks
god,
out.
there's this one guy I loved his shit because he was so fucking stupid. And meanwhile, Gordon Ramsay wasn't angry. He was like mystified and horrified that this man was still alive somehow.
And my favorite shows of him to watch is when he does the kid shows.
Oh yeah, he's so nice to them. It's so cute.
Those are my favorite because that's where you see the true chef
Gordon Ramsay.
trainer.
Master Chef kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
The best shows is when it was just the cooking show. The original is it? The
Oh, when
original.
he would just cook. He would just like, this is how you make this, and he would
I
just
don't know if I've
show
ever
it.
seen those.
Yep.
You
I can't remember the
haven't
name
seen-
of it. I've seen them.
I've seen
So
them too.
we in the 90s we had a bunch of really good chefs. We had
Yeah.
Ainsley Harriott, Jamie something. I can never remember his surname. Everyone blames him for putting salads in school.
Oh yeah, Jamie Oliver.
Oliver.
My favorite show that I've ever seen of Jamie Oliver was the thing where he was trying to convince the kids to not eat chicken nuggets.
Yes.
And
yes,
he
yeah,
sat and
that's it.
actually made the chicken nuggets, and he made them as disgustingly as he could. And as soon as he produced the nuggets, he's like, "Now who wants to eat this slop?"
All the
And like,
kids.
me! And they all eat them. He's like, "God damn it!"
Everybody hates on Jamie Oliver because of that, but he's the reason that we don't have battery farms in the UK anymore. So he's a legit guy, and I prefer him to Gordon Ramsay just because Gordon Ramsay's cooking is it's extra for no fucking reason. Jamie Oliver, he just chop it. You just take a knife and you cut the fuckers up. You don't
Mhm.
you don't need to do all this fancy fucking knife work. You just cut it up. It doesn't matter. They're all the same size. You're gonna cook them.
Yeah. I love this dude. Like his actual name is Nigel, like, and then his last name is NG, however you pronounce that. And he has a character called Uncle Roger.
Oh God, that fucking guy.
I
Yeah.
love that. And like he has he does skits where people where nephew thug or nephew ninja or whoever the hell tie him up and force him to watch Jamie Oliver make like Asian food. And meanwhile he goes, nephew kidnapper, what the fuck this? They're
Oh,
good for like a
that
cheap
YouTube
laugh.
guy. Yeah, I know you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good for a cheap laugh. It's always funny. I'm like, really? The food's. I'm like, okay, maybe he did a weird take on the Asian thing, but just watching this guy get so indignant about it made me laugh.
Oh,
I don't
there's a
know. I watched one thing where I'm bitching about how someone washed the rice. I'm like, rice isn't that fucking important. I can live without ever eating rice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he's funny.
Yeah, the whole thing is he doesn't give two shits, but the character that he does like a tour, a comedy tour, and like the character just whines and bitches about everything. So, but his like main thing was, or people were like, "Oh, what's your take about Asian food?" You go, "Hiya, these white people, they make my ancestors sad." Meanwhile, dude don't give a flying fuck. He don't. He just knows that if he puts on the stereotypical "I'm Asian" voice and yells a lot about rice and whatever, people are gonna watch him because he's funny.
Yeah, there's an internet show that I watch, and one of the guys on there he's Filipino,
Mm-hmm.
and he's a legitimate chef, and
Yeah.
he fucking hates Uncle Roger. It's like every time they bring it up to him, it's like he's pained by by Uncle Roger, but
Mm-hmm. Man, but it's funny as hell. He opened a restaurant, I think, in the Philippines. Like he opened his own restaurant, so you know,
Well,
he
it's not
might
to
have
say that he's not a genuine chef,
yeah.
but
no,
his
he hates the
His
character of it,
yeah.
like
yeah.
the, that
His whole
like
persona is
he he knows
to be hated.
he knows that the guy knows what he's doing, but he hates that he's playing the character, and
Yeah, same.
he's just like, God damn it, just do legitimate shit. But yeah, whatever.
He is
It's just
doing legitimate
Hmm.
shit. He's making money by filling a niche where he pretends to be the stereotypical bitchy picky Asian guy who does his thing, and it allowed him to open his own restaurant based off of his overly picky character. I think he's doing everything right, that guy. His stand-up's pretty funny too, because a lot of the time he'll like avoid doing like Uncle Roger stuff.
I
So
mean, it's
yeah,
fine to like or dislike whichever comedian you
yeah,
want.
Yeah.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
don't blame the dude for not liking Mr. Rogers. Sometimes I'm like, oh my
No.
god, not this shit again.
like I just heard an interview with oh God, I'm blanking on the guy. He's been around forever, but he's an Australian comedian.
Oh, okay,
He did a TV show for a while called Legit.
okay.
Uh, just blanking on his name. Uh, but I was kind of surprised because he was like doing a local show thing. It was like a sports talk show that he just happened to show up and hang out for like half an hour. And he was like super like fun and cool, and just everything was cool. Everything was nice, and it's like, but he kind of went off the deep end for a while with the Trump stuff. But seems like he's kind of sloughed that off and is just going back to just being funny. So I was like, oh, good. It's like,
You don't mean Jim Jeffries, do you?
it might be Jim Jeffries. Yeah, it might be him. The black hair. Yeah. I think it is him. Yeah. Just randomly ran across that like interview with him, and I was like, oh, he's actually sane again. He was totally fine.
Good for him.
He had a good couple of some comedy specials back in the early 2000s. He got the shit kicked out of him in Manchester.
Oh.
Yeah, a guy ran on the stage and just beat the shit out of him.
Damn.
Yeah,
and apparently they had security, but because Jim Jeffries' attitude stank, that's when he was an alcoholic. Because his attitude stank towards security went for a convenient cigarette break.
Oh, okay.
Like just let this actual footage of him just being beaten on a stage.
Oh.
Well, nobody got a worse beat down than the weirdo tranny that rushed.
Yeah, but security stepped in on that one. Jim Jeffries didn't get security.
Oh God, what was this?
Yeah, Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle. Oh, they beat the fuck out of that tranny. They stomped him out. It was brutal. No,
I guess security liked Dave Chappelle more than.
No, he got past Dave Chappelle's security, and almost made it to Dave.
And he had a knife.
And the security caught him right before he got to Dave and beat the fuck out of. I think they even broke his arm.
They did.
They pummeled the dude.
Yeah, they stomped him out. Yep. That was like 3 years ago, I think.
Yeah, it was
yeah, when Trump,
yeah,
when
3 or 4 years.
Yeah, when he did his specials.
Fucking
But
hell.
yeah, it's. And the guy tried to sue for excessive force, and I think he lost because he had a knife.
Yeah. Oh no, you come armed. They are allowed to do everything.
No, they're not allowed to do everything.
Who did shoot you in America?
Not allowed to, but Dave Chappelle has money, and I guarantee you he backed the defense.
Oh, Dave Chappelle's got a lot of money.
He takes. I guarantee you, he takes care of his security people. I bet you he backed their defense the whole way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But like he's another one. Like he's a very talented comedian, but there's some specials that I just can't watch sit through. They're not good.
I can't sit through any of the shows that he did right after George Floyd.
Oh, he did that
during that summer.
He did like that 9/24 special. Fuck, that was awful.
Yeah, I can't watch any of that bullshit because it is just all him virtue signaling for a fucking criminal. And I can't do it.
The big thing that he gets in trouble for, which is stupid, but he's all on board with all the lefty stuff completely.
Yeah.
Except for the tranny stuff. He doesn't like trannies. And that's what they keep trying to cancel him for. And he just doesn't care.
Yeah. I mean, look, you want to play dress up, and dude, just admit you a fucking drag queen. Oh yeah, JC's the only one I told the fucking story to. When I was leaving Six Flags with the kids,
Mm-hmm.
you're walking past the security, and they're like, have a nice day, have a nice day. and one of them says, "Have a nice day." Now, meanwhile, I'm not paying fuck all of attention, right? Because we had just been at the park. Paige had been throwing tantrums. I was done at that point.
Yeah.
Hayden, because this is how astute this child is. When we get about 10, like she did like a double take at the person. She grabs my leg and goes, "The man's a lady." I'm like, "What?" She go, "The man is a lady, but ladies don't have beards." The person had a full, and meanwhile, I'm like, "Wait, what?" So I look back. This fucking woman had a full-on beard. And I mean, she had a hardy ass beard.
Yep.
And I guess
Kids.
she had like her like tits like taped down. She goes, "No, ladies not supposed to have beards. Boys not supposed to have boobs." I'm like, "Yeah, correct." Like she was just so like, this is wrong on so many levels, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like her face was just like freaked out and like disgusted. I'm like, "You give me hope for the generation coming up behind me."
I mean,
Thank you,
technically,
little 5-year-old.
the amount of times I've gotten out of having to have a shave, because when I've been bitched at to have a shave, I've always turned around to the woman to like, "I'll shave when you do."
No, but
There's enough.
clearly this
There's
was a
enough. There's
woman.
enough. There's enough bearded women out there to make that.
Oh no,
That's
no, no!
the
This was a woman trying to be a man, but meanwhile, as soon as they opened their mouth, you knew better.
Yeah, it was a woman on tea.
Yep.
Yeah, and there
uh,
you know
Uh-huh.
that dude that likes to go to restaurants and harass the restaurant staff for not saying their pronouns?
Oh, that fucking guy. Fuck that guy, by the
Yeah,
way.
apparently he got facial
Dude.
surgery or plastic surgery and is like,
Mm.
"Do I look like a woman now?" And everybody's like, "No, you don't.
No.
No,
You still look like a dude."
who got plastic surgery? Ugh.
It's like Jeffrey something, I
Yeah,
think. Yeah, that guy's a
yeah.
fucking menace.
he is.
Not as much as the what's that fucker from Canada that was doing things for a while?
No idea.
Jessica Yaniv.
Oh,
That was
that
going
the
to
fat fucker that was actually going to like women that only do women waxing and was trying to demand that they wax his balls and shit.
Yep,
Oh,
that
yeah.
guy. Yep, Jessica Yaniv.
But they
Yep.
went
Oh,
and they tried to tell him we're not certified to wax your genitals.
nope.
Yeah, he's an intact male that
Hi, sweetie.
what
Sweetie.
insisted that he was a woman, and he was going to all these like women places.
I think we broke Jester.
He was also going to a female only like pools and
Mhm.
like
No, no,
showing up
that
with his
guy's
fucking balls hanging out. It was
that guy's not a menace. That guy's a legend.
No.
That used to be the new Prime
He
Minister.
no. He's a menace and a sex predator. He
No,
was
not
he
that.
no. Listen. He was trying to coordinate a swimsuit party with 13 and 14-year-old girls under the guise of being trans at 30 something.
I mean, he certainly was trolling. I mean, he was doing it intentionally. I mean, he knew what he was doing, but
Yeah.
still gross. It's like no.
He is a gross individual.
Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
I appreciate the troll, but
Yeah.
no,
Yes, that's
no.
funny as well.
Yeah.
no, I didn't. No, sorry.
Nope.
See, that's on the level of all those men that changed their sex just so they could retire 5 years earlier.
if that was how he was actually trying to do it, yeah, I wouldn't care. It's like the dudes that put woman or trans or non-binary to go to that woman's only conference to prove a point. I get it,
Yeah.
but this dude wasn't. He was being a predator.
Yeah.
He was trying to force women to
He
like
was,
touch his cock.
yeah.
Uh,
He wasn't doing
Yeah.
it to troll or to prove a point. He was doing it to try to be a predator, to try to force women to touch him in his privates. And it's just
Also, you know, you're a guy, you're a male predator, and your preferred victim is a young female. What's a better way to get into a place where there's a good chance of a naked young female being around than to be like, I'm a woman now, and just walk into like a woman's locker room, knowing damn well that if they flip out and throw you the fuck out, there's going to be millions of rabid assholes who are going to come to your defense
well, he
instead of
got the
rightfully.
government to come to his defense, which makes
Yeah.
it worse.
well,
Yeah.
I'll
on
agree that the guys with, but just one clarification that's been said that it's just confusing me.
Mm-hmm.
When you say he was trying to force, how was he trying to force?
He
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 was
was demanding that they perform services on him that they are not certified nor trained to do. And when they refused to do it, he sued them for discrimination.
Okay.
he was wanting a Brazilian wax from
Okay.
uh
Okay.
where they
So it's not like
only
the actual, not like an actual sex predator forcing shit onto people. It was just
No.
demanding.
And then
Okay.
on top of that, they later discovered that he had been trying to coordinate a swimming party with a bunch of 13 and 12-year-old girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, at that point, you just get shot in the face automatically by a bazooka.
oh he's a creep.
I
But
don't care any less.
on some
Mhm.
slightly good news,
Mm-hmm.
I just heard
That
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 over in the UK, um, the UK Supreme Court just ruled that men and women are binary, and it's based on how you're born.
oh
Yay!
yay!
I'm glad we have to have the courts decide what's
No,
scientifically
no.
acknowledged.
No. The British cause, not
I
American.
know we
Canadian.
said British.
Yeah.
No. He's got like,
Oh, we
yay.
have hope
But
for you guys now.
there's only one country that's done that
Yeah,
so far.
it's only a small win, but and the small win because trannies are still a protected class. That's fine, whatever.
That's
Yes,
fine.
they are.
But
Whatever.
but
Mhm.
it basically just says that biological men are not. Uh, it is okay to not let biological men into protected areas for women. It's really the only thing that it is. But it's a small win. It's small, but good.
Not even that. The only thing is for doctors. It's not even for women, biologically males that have transitioned can go into women's spaces. Just to protect doctors.
Well, look, if your dick
Gentlemen.
cut off, if your dick has been cut off, then okay. You still have your dick intact. You shouldn't be allowed in female areas.
It's a small victory, which I was actually kind of shocked that it happened, but
Mm-hmm.
yay, I guess. I mean, it's very small, but yeah.
Yeah. You know how fast that shit would change. You want to be allowed in the females only area? Okay. You can no longer have a dick. If you have a dick, fuck you. You go have it, removed. Then you can go in the girl areas. Watch how many people suddenly stop wanting to go into female only areas.
Well, yeah, because they still want to be able to urinate, don't they?
They can still urinate. There are freaking surgeries where you can
Yeah.
still urinate and not
Look,
have a dick.
for a tube that's in the side of your stomach, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's their choice if they want to take it that far.
Yeah, and if you want to be if you want to be a woman and you want to be allowed in women only areas, okay, you have to forfeit your wiener.
Well, like I said, I don't agree with it at all. I think it's gross and weird. But
Mm-hmm.
a lot of things I think are gross and weird, and that doesn't mean anything. But if you're of age, if you're 18 and you want to
Mm-hmm.
go that route, then okay. Well, that's your own issue. I just
Mm-hmm.
absolutely don't want people advocating for this stuff for little kids. It just,
None of us are. I'm
oh,
just saying. None of
oh,
us
yeah.
at any point have advocated it for little kids. We're just saying that you, as a full-grown male, now suddenly want to be a female and you want to go in female-only areas, then you have to forfeit your wee-wee.
Oh yeah, the creepos that are completely intact that are like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I'm non-binary, so I can show
When
up
you
in your
say
locker room.
female only areas, because there's a lot of female only areas, like excessively.
Like,
Like
like
Like,
locker
like
rooms,
locker rooms and changing
saunas.
rooms and stuff.
Yeah.
so it's
Like,
exclusively undressing places.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, anywhere where a woman or a teenager or even like a child is getting dressed and undressed. If you are an intact man, you should
Yeah,
not be
but at
allowed
times
in that.
I've gone fuck it and walked into a women's toilets to go for a piss.
I went into a men's toilet to go pee. That's like, but
Yeah, but
still,
you've
like
got no, you've got
I'm not
nothing
going in
to
there.
cut off. You've got nothing to cut off, so it's okay. You see.
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, I ran into a freaking. This is when this stuff had just started, and I was like, "I'm Captain America. I can go in here and pee."
Oh, there's a big difference between like when I was in San Diego and
Uh-huh.
I was uh, dying and had to go to the bathroom,
Uh-huh.
and I went into the hotel bathroom and there were no vacancies, and
Mm-hmm.
I was going to have an accident. I
Uh-huh.
ran into the women's bathroom and very quickly did my thing and left.
Yeah.
There's a big difference between that and some fucking disgusting creep like walking around naked with a fucking boner in the women's changing room.
Changing areas. Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm non-binary, so it's fine.
No.
No, it's not fine. Get the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
Huge difference there. I ran in, did my business. I was out in 90 seconds.
Yeah.
It was an emergency. I had to do it.
But you know what? If you know what? But if men, even like Jester said, when he had to pee, he just went into the girls' room. If it's either you have to come in here or you're going to have friggin' piss in your pants, then we'll be like, you know what? Okay, it's people who are coming in there and getting undressed and just walking around, like JC was saying. That's wrong and gross and should not be allowed by any
And
means.
a lot of the other main concern too is when you have like that situation where it's an emergency, it's usually
Mm-hmm.
very visible that you're uncomfortable being in there and you're trying to get in and get out as quick as possible.
Mm-hmm.
But especially at the beginning of the bathroom and dressing room issue, a lot of people, the reason they had such a, I think, uh adverse reaction to it was because these were men who wouldn't even shave their beards, trying to claim they were women
To
just to
go into
go
our
into the
bathrooms.
bathroom.
Oh, they're
Not
just
not
looking.
because not be- not
They're watching you.
yeah.
Like they're in there just
Yeah.
watching you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like,
they
oh,
were
I'm non-binary, but go ahead and change.
well,
Go ahead and do it.
not even changing, just the bathroom. And like
Yeah,
and
there
I
was a
agree
tweet.
with Jester on this one. I think it's stupid and I hate it. But public bathrooms are not private.
No.
And like Jester was shocked when he found out that the public bathrooms here have gaps in them.
Yeah.
Like he couldn't he doesn't understand it. And I agree with him. I've always found that very weird. I don't understand why we allow gaps in the doors in the bathroom. I don't understand why.
See, now that takes my whole thing of me, the amount of times I've walked into women's bathrooms. I've never been, and if I don't go in now, I'm going to piss myself. It's like, I'm either going to go here or I'm going to go and piss out on the wall. I'll go in here. There's no gaps. The doors overlap the frame.
Uh,
Unless the door is
we,
wide open, you're not seeing it, and they go from the top, the ceiling to the floor.
And
There's
yeah.
no
and
look. There's no looking in. There's no looking into that store. You're in an enclosed, your own little space. All you have to do is lock the door, and you're
well,
safe.
and I feel
That's why
like
most of the arguments about it over here fall on deaf ears, because you're the one in your individual cubicle. You're secure. So when you go into the men's toilets and there's urinals, that's exposed.
Mm,
So
yeah.
there's a big disconnect in
Mhm.
stalls and in women's bathrooms, because all they're gonna see is somebody doing the makeup or washing their hands. That's it.
yeah.
Like, oh no, a man saw me put lipstick on. Oh, is that like we can't take that seriously. You have to put in context that your bathroom's stupid.
Well, here in America, we have to be us women have to be a little bit more paranoid because of the gaps, and because
Yeah,
men,
but
American men, or whoever the hell is in America at the time, can look through the slots. And meanwhile, the slots, it depends on who you ask as to what reason they tell you that it's there. It's there in case a child, locks themselves in and can't figure out how to open it. You can get them
you
to
meant to
come
lock
out the
yourself in.
bottom. They can come out the bottom part, like crawl out.
They
Um,
try to say that the gap at the bottom is hit or miss for me. I really don't care one way or the other. But they say that is for easy cleaning to make it easier to clean the floors.
oh,
Um,
it doesn't make
the
fuck as someone who in her first job, mopped bathrooms. The fucking door makes fuck all difference when I'm mopping, but the slots and shit, like some
yeah.
people say, oh, that's to deter stealing. That's to deter drug use. That's to deter people from fucking. Like, it depends on who you ask
Yeah,
as to why we have the stupid slots.
the gaps in the doors I hate personally.
Yeah.
It's very even when you just know it's women coming in and out, it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It'd be the equivalent of a guy standing there and constantly staring at, taking peeks at your dick while you guys are peeing.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Well, the main issue is not the bath, the
No,
locker room
the bigger
change.
issue is the locker and changing rooms, in my opinion.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
I've
Yeah.
and I feel like if you're going to be a trans dude, a trans woman,
Hmm.
and you cannot pass as a female, like people can't look at you and go, I'm not sure if they're male or female. If they can't do that, then basically you need to go use the unisex stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm all
Offhand?
for the single stall, like quote unquote family
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
thing where you walk in, it's one room, you lock the door, boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
you like the swimming baths, yeah.
yeah. Then there's no issue.
Yeah.
It's one person doing one thing. Done.
Yeah.
But even with women, I do not feel it's appropriate for women to walk around the locker room naked with children in there. Um,
Yeah, fucking put a towel on, please.
Yeah, I don't feel like that's appropriate even for women, but it's really not appropriate for a trans woman who still is intact.
Oh yeah. Like, do you know what? Like, you know what actually freaks me out the most? I'm gonna say is how now all of a sudden trans women, like, or at least in like the freaking like one of the malls around here, not the one I'm at, a different one.
Yeah,
The Victoria's Secret is now employed by trans women. You know, dudes. So now
yeah,
dudes are selling our panties and our bras and our clothes to us.
But
I'm like, dude.
and taking our measurements. That's just I'm not.
Yeah, I'm like, look,
I don't like
I
having
don't care
women
if
take
you.
my measurement, let alone some random dude that's confused about what fucking sexy is.
Yeah. And meanwhile, I'm like, are you even a trans person? Or, you know, do you just put like lip gloss on and, you know, put on the fucking like because you know the Victoria's Secret is just black shirt, black pants. I'm like, you just put fucking lip gloss on so you can come in and watch women look through the underwear or the negligees. Like, did you take the job so you're the one who can be putting it away and touching on it? Like, what exactly do you work here?
And yes, I can hear the wheels turning in Jester's head. We are aware that women, lesbians, can be just as creepy as the guys
no,
can.
no, 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 no. That's not. That's I don't give a shit really.
Yeah.
But it's a job. Would you have a same issue if it was a straight man?
If it was a straight dude doing my bra and underwear, yeah, I
If it
still
was,
want to watch some
No.
creepy dude touch. But the whole thing is Victoria's Secret, at least here in America, for like a very, very long time, employed only women because of
Yeah,
what they sold and who their clientele was.
but because women decided that you can't just employ just men, that they had to make it universal. That
Yeah,
you can't sexually discriminate when someone's applying for a job.
yeah.
But the last time I had a suit made, the
Mhm.
person that did my measurements was a woman. Now I personally call it dick puncture because twice she hit me in the dick.
Oh,
ow.
I would have hit her.
Yeah, just taking the inseam, and I didn't get groped or anything. It was the back of her and not the front.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like
And
I
they
didn't give a
they
shit about
they
the
and
tank.
they will tap your junk when you're getting measured
Oh,
pants.
this one's a tap, mate. This is all of it for my fucking dick. Like pushing the bell end into the balls, man. It's fucking ridiculous. How hard you hit me. It's a
Mhm.
full on punch to measure my inseam. It's like it's not that long. You don't need to punch it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look,
Like.
I
Well,
don't,
that's
I
just
don't.
And
Look,
she had I kept asking the personal question like which way do you lean? Like depends how I fucking feel there on the day.
well, no, they need to know that because they need to know if they need to put a little extra fabric
No,
on one
baby.
side over the other.
Yeah.
Um,
well, it's
but
a little bit it's a little bit rude, but I mean they're still doing what.
Yeah. But
I,
the thing is
yeah, that.
I didn't go like, oh, this creepy hiring a woman in a tailor's. It's yeah, that's how I was thinking about it. It's they're just there selling your products.
Look, I hate having women take my measurements,
Yeah.
let alone a dude. So for me personally, either way is uncomfortable
Yeah.
because I have somebody that I don't know physically touching my body in intimate places.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I get we have to hire more female security because men can't search women. Even though I've watched women's searches, they barely get fucking touched.
Mm.
And that's how we can't get rid of this drug problem in festivals and in bars, because women aren't being searched like the men are.
Mm.
Well, see, that's
Oh
when
no,
you hire the butchiest lesbian you can
She grew from yeah.
and have them grope them.
Yeah.
oh no, women never get searched
No.
aggressively as men ever. It just doesn't happen.
No.
Once when it was raining, my hands
We have
kept
too
like
many squishy parts.
kept getting attached to people's sleeves on their arms. So when I would go doing this, we just pressed quite tight. I just go down. I
Mhm.
nearly pulled a couple pensioners like over onto the floor. Just 'cause my hand would get caught on the fabric of the raincoat.
God damn it, Jester, beating up the elderly.
It's not my fault. It's because my hands are kind of callous, so you just get attached to the material.
Okay. All right. It's not your fault. You assault the
Yeah,
elderly. Got
so
it.
that's my theory on why I no longer do searching, and I'm up in the marquee where people are drinking.
So you stop accidentally
Stop
injuring the
abusing.
elderly.
Yeah, there's old people with arms out of the socket. So they're like, right, well, we need to get rid of the overly aggressive guy. Put him with other teenagers that are trying to get drunk, so we can fucking be overly aggressive with them.
Grandma, why is your arm hanging limply at a weird angle?
Well,
Oh,
it's
this very
grandpa.
large
I didn't search.
man just hit me.
I didn't search any grandmas. I only searched granddads.
Okay.
The
Granddad,
women went
what
to
happened to
women.
your arm? He pulled it out.
Yeah, the women went to women, and all the women would do is get to open their handbags. They'd be gently looking. They didn't take anything out or put their hands in. They just look and go, "Yeah, that's fine."
Oh my gosh,
And like,
I've had both. I've had people who will just look in, and then I have people who will like go full on ham into my bag.
That's why a lot of
the
festivals in
rules.
the US though have changed it to where if it's not a clear bag, you can't bring it in.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing is, all of those female security guards put their phones inside their bra.
Oh, yeah.
Which is actually a
Like,
really bad
yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
And you're the pull them out like, why don't you search your own bras? Oh, we can't. Like, but you know that's where every woman hides you.
They're actually finding that storing your cell phone in your bra increases your chance of getting breast cancer.
Mm.
They're also
Man,
discovering that
I
men
think
that
just having
keep
breast tissue.
and men that keep their phones like right next to their balls are starting to develop testicular cancer more often. On the
Boys,
on
stop
the
putting your
side
phone in your underwear.
on the side that they're storing their phone in. So they've discovered that women, like if say me or Kitty decides that we want to keep our phone in the left side of our bra,
Mm-hmm.
in a few years we could develop a cancer tumor
In our boobs.
I like
from
to
the
keep my phone in the cargo pocket on next to my knee. I'm not going to get
yeah.
knee cancer, man.
No, I tend
Okay,
to
I'm safe.
my phone tends to either be in my hand or my back pocket. I never put it in my bra.
We're gonna get butt cancer.
Well, because we're more trustworthy, we don't really use our back pockets. We use us the front pockets.
A
I know
lot of
you don't get
people
those
get
because you've lost that privilege somehow. We're not sure what you did, but you did
Yeah.
something. Wrong.
no, like and like a lot of like female like jeans and stuff. The front pockets are now more of an aesthetic. So like
It's
people
to
can
force
put
women to buy a
anything.
purse. That's my conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
No,
I like.
I
Yeah, you've lost the privilege. You did something very bad in the past, and you've lost the privilege.
no, I exclusively buy pants now that have the what used to be the watch pocket.
Mm-hmm.
They actually have a cell phone pocket
Yeah.
they've built into the side and just slide it right in there. It works great.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but a lot of like,
they're discovering that keeping your cell phone, and it's mostly for the people that like keep it there like for several hours at a time. Like if you're working and stuff,
Mhm,
that they're
mhm.
discovering that those people are developing cancer cells in those areas.
My butt's fucked.
When I work, my phone generally is either turned off or it's in my hoodie.
My phone is either in is 9 times out of 10 my phone is on whatever counter is near me.
Yeah, you see.
It's usually only in my pocket or in my hand when I'm out of the house doing something.
Yeah, same here. That I'm just running around. I have my phone in my hand.
And then if I don't want it in my pocket or in my hand, I throw it in my purse. I don't
Yep.
I don't shove anything in my bra. That's just a good way to get it soaked in sweat. No, thank you. It sounds
I think
uncomfortable as
it's a
hell.
good way to also water damage your phone.
Yeah, I mean it sounds uncomfortable as hell. I mean, just
Oh, I'm sure it
It's
is.
not just phones, like they'll put
Yes,
money
I
in there,
know.
put the lighter in there. Some women do different things. It's not just phones.
no. It's not just phones. I have stashed money in my bra before when I had to go somewhere where I couldn't take my purse and I had no pockets. I have
Yeah.
done that before, but like unlike some of these women where they shove it like down and around and under the boob, mine was just like at the top of my bra strap where I could just pull it out and it wasn't getting all sweaty.
Oh, I assume that's where they all put it.
I used to love like when I would go into like when I lived in Florida, because some places it would be like, we're going to have over 100 degrees for the next 6 days. So we will not be accepting the money you keep in your bras. Thank you, management. I'm like, ew, but also yay.
Yep.
Because no one wants to touch your money that's saturated in titty sweat. Thank you. Hell, even if it was armpit sweat, back of the knee sweat, I don't give a shit where the sweat's coming from. I don't want you to hand me money that is soaked in
Yep.
in you. But yeah, I don't know why those signs always amuse the hell out of me.
Because they have to actually put them up.
Yep.
Because
But they're
then it actually makes it real where it's a common enough issue that they have to tell people.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Yeah,
goddamn,
the
some
reason
women are
it's a
gross.
sign is they want to reject it, but they keep getting into issues when they reject it, so they have to put up a sign.
Yep.
But arguing with them is like, no, it's a policy. Like, oh, I don't see it anyway, so they have to put a sign on.
Yeah. If it's over a certain degree and you're sweating, we do not want the money that comes out of anywhere that's been exposed to said sweat.
No boob sweat welcome here.
No. I mean, if you have boob sweat, sorry, but don't give
To
me like
be fair,
$10 bill. That's
I always thought that the bra was like the sock. You put it with the money on your ankle, not on the sole. So I thought the bra was you put it on the top of the boob. You didn't go like past your nipple sort of thing, just on the top of the boob.
It depends on how much people are storing. I have seen some people shove it all the way down to like the side of the boob.
Yeah.
And they'll have like a lighter, they'll have their pack of cigarettes, they'll have their money. I
Yeah.
have seen some people pull out like keys to the house. I have seen people pull out fucking sunglasses. I don't. People are just
why does the
fucking
key sound
weird.
painful? Why do the keys sound like a
Painful.
friggin' just an injury waiting to happen?
Yeah.
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 I've had it where keys have dug into the side of my leg.
Yeah. Imagine them digging into your breastbone. Ugh.
Yeah, well,
Ow.
it's
Your
more your
ribs.
ribs, your sides and your ribs.
No.
But
It's called ribs, breastbone.
Mm. Mm.
That's now
Ribs.
what ribs are now.
Spare ribs.
there's
Ribs are
JC.
now.
Hey, ribs.
Ribs are now going to be known as titty bones.
Kitty bones.
Why
Uh,
do you just? Why do you do?
Why do
this
you
so
fail
often?
me so often?
Why you have to disappoint me? It's your video.
Hmm. Yeah, but I'm just like, whatever, mate.
That tickles me every time. I
Uh-huh.
don't know why. It's retarded.
It's the hit in the head.
And yeah, it's the
That's
hitting.
that's the bit that tickles.
It's the fact that the kid won't make eye contact with the skeleton. And then he hits the skeleton on the shelf.
Why do you disappoint me so often? Ah. I love it. I don't know why.
Well, see, now you can help Daryl and you can trigger it every now and then too.
Why should I help Daryl?
Because it'd be helping me.
Hmm.
This is where Lady plugs her match.
This is where we plug our non-real ad for underwear.
Well, I mean, we are technically recording, so.
Oh, fun.
Oh.
We are. Because I thought we were gonna watch a video and then we spiraled into other topics, so I just left it recording.
All right. Well, we're doing.
Well, why men and women shouldn't be in fucking places.
Well, we're doing
Okay.
content apparently. So
Fair enough. I
sheath
didn't know
underwear.
How long did we fall into that whole men, women don't go in our fucking areas, right?
Well, I mean, we've been at random topics for at least an hour and a half.
Hey.
Oh, I'm
I
sure
didn't know. I
We
didn't.
can
I
watch
didn't.
it.
I know
We
you
can
know.
watch
I
it
know none of
Saturday.
you knew. That's the reason I said it now.
I'm sure the
We can
electorate
watch
will
it.
love us
Well,
now.
either we watch it or we watch it Saturday or something. It doesn't matter. Really.
Look, it's either you guys say you're okay with me releasing your unfiltered opinions on shit, or you say you
Yeah.
don't want me to and I delete it.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care.
All of my stuff is my unfiltered opinion on it.
What did you say, honey? No?
I'd said I don't care either way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Daryl. Here's where we're gonna ask you to do an emoji.
No one gives a shit what my opinion is. My opinion is my opinion. And
Yeah. Yeah, since we
I could
started
be
this,
wrong. I could be right. It doesn't matter. It's my fucking opinion. I get to choose what I fucking want it to be.
That's what you think.
Yeah, it's what I think because it's my opinion.
That is until
That's
the
my
left.
opinion. On
That is until the Democrats get a hold of you, and then they're like, "No, your opinion must match ours."
Fuck the Democrats.
You know,
No, I don't want to fuck the
I'm
Democrats.
a rabbit.
They're
I'm
racist.
too fast. Democrats can't catch you.
No,
Taking a zag.
Mm-hmm.
Jester's more worried about the Tories.
The who's?
Oh,
I
well,
don't give a about them. The Labour's just Tory like me. There's no fucking difference. Don't matter which party's in power, they're still cunts.
Oh, okay.
Politicians are politicians. I don't give a shit. They're all
Yeah.
different. They're all trying to fuck people over.
yeah.
Yeah.
And see, this is why I didn't say we were recording, because now those two have gotten all quiet. And
Secret recording.
Right.
Okay.
The thing is, I was trying to get quiet anyway.
Yeah.
Because when we finish here, I've got to go and feed my brother's cat and drop off a couple pictures.
Oh,
okay.
kitty. Meow meows. How cute.
Did you sell any more?
Yeah, no, not since those ones I saw yesterday.
Okay.
Well, don't worry,
Thank you.
guys. We'll get dozens of views.
Shut up.
Oh yeah, hundreds of thousands of views.
Yeah, dozens of views aren't really going to pay my granddad's funeral. So.
Oh. Oh.
Hmm. But yeah.
I'm
We
sorry.
can. What video are we gonna watch? What video were we gonna watch out of curiosity?
We were gonna introduce you to the Manosphere.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
See, I kind of thought we were
Yo,
when
what's
you
up?
said
Welcome
that,
back.
and then we all just started like going off. I was like,
we did.
"Does that have anything to do with that?"
No, we just wound up in random cycle of conversation.
Well, we can introduce me to the Manosphere.
Oh, that just means we're
On the weekend.
interesting. Kind of.
Well, this weekend I have nothing else to do except Easter Sunday with a bunch of really noxious people. So,
Well,
I'm good for Saturday.
Saturday, I think lunch. I'm supposed to go over to my sister's. So
Well, Saturday night if you want to, if you're not too burnt out from family stuff, we can do Manospheric talks. It'll
Yeah.
be fun. Okay, we'll do we'll do Saturday if you're not too tired.
I shouldn't be. Depends on how long we
see.
stay.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm just saying. I know sometimes family stuff can just take it right out of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
those
Easter
are
Sunday, it's my punishment. We have it at my sister's house, and I can't stomach her brother-in-laws. So, oh
Hmm.
shit. Mm-hmm.
Doing family shit. All that.
yeah, family shit.
Yeah. Forced family shit. Whatever y'all is about. Kidding.
I don't want family shit.
Me either.
I don't do family shit.
Look, I have to get up early Sunday morning. Pretend a giant anthropomorphic bunny broke in, and instead of stealing things, left hidden plastic objects full of candy.
Plastic.
Yeah, we do plastic eggs here in
That's
America.
where you put the
Mhm.
little candy in.
Mm-hmm.
With what? No, the chocolate eggs.
No, these
don't-
are
No, I mean
these,
there's Cadbury eggs too.
honey. These are
but
the eggs that you hide in the yard for the kids to hunt.
Yeah. The chocolate.
No,
Well, maybe they're chocolate in England, but here we don't
No,
do chocolate eggs. They're little
you
plastic
like the Easter
or
egg.
candies.
oh,
Yep.
we do Easter wrong.
Yeah. I'll get a bunch of proper Easter eggs and send them to you.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Send her proper Easter egg, post pictures, and we can be educated.
I used to post pictures of proper Easter eggs all the time.
Oh. Do you guys dye egg like hard boiled eggs?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you mean like general like on sandwiches and stuff? No salads.
No.
General day-to-day hard-boiled eggs, yeah. Not for Easter though. It's chocolate eggs.
We're crazy people over here, and we hard boil eggs, put them in the refrigerator overnight, and the next day we let the kids throw them into tiny plastic cups full of food dye. And then we keep them for like a week.
Would that smell though?
No, they're in
No.
the fridge. Why
Mm-hmm.
would they smell?
No, hard-boiled eggs hang out for a good while.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
but Died.
Hard-boiled eggs go to the dog.
Ah, poor dogs.
Hmm. Dog doesn't seem to mind.
Sulfur poops.
Eh. Sometimes I just suffer poops whether I want them or not, so whatever.
So anybody that's listening to us at this point, probably nobody, but yay, sulfur poops.
It's just a
Yeah.
little bit of
And
farting.
if you're also confused what a sofa poop is, it is our sponsor this week. So go over to
Oh God!
sofapoop.com, use promo
Stop
code
it!
and
Go to your local egg
No.
dealer and put in dog farts for 50% off.
this is the
No.
first lady to edit this section of the
No, it's
A
just
lady.
it's all gonna stay in since you guys are good with it being a secret recording and it just go up as it is. That's just
Okay.
how it's gonna go.
I didn't know it was a secret
You said you're fine with it
recording.
after I told
but
you.
well, I don't give a fuck. Nothing I've said is
Well,
controversial. But
yeah,
sure.
it's
Okay,
all those racist things
I
to say.
don't want men who dress up like women to be touching and sniffing the panties. That was a job. That was a job and a perk exclusively for lesbians, and now men are taking it over.
I love
Oh,
how
Kitty's gone over the edge. Over the edge.
Kitty is like for the lesbians only.
Yeah, see,
I
that
know,
was
I
like the
prefer
one
trans over
perk. That was
lesbians.
the one perk of of only women being employed at Victoria's Secret. Was the lesbians got to handle and smell the undies, and now men, vile,
Goddamn
Us
men.
vile men. I get it.
vile men who dress as women in order to touch
Okay.
undies.
I feel like Kitty has lost it. Just a
Kitty has lost it a little bit.
just a
Kitty's had a hell of a
wee
week.
bit.
Kitty's had a hell of a week. Kitty has, yeah.
Uh,
Kitty's
to
in
anybody that is still listening, we love you. Thank you.
So then, anybody that's still listening, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Get
pretty
your
much.
checked.
If any of you are listening, you're either Daryl or you're a stalker or you're an autist, in which case,
Two of those things are bad.
congratulations, my boyfriend loves you.
You like stalking.
I don't, but
Poor Daryl.
Well, I mean, if Bloodia might listen to this all the way through too. Who knows? Llama might too.
Hi, Bloodia. Hi, Mama. Mama, have I taken enough hot takes to make you happy?
so many listeners that we know them all by name.
I know, right?
Yeah, there's like 3 or 4 of them.
Look,
Maybe
for every
5.
listener we get, I will do my best to remember your name. I will write it down on a piece of paper.
I won't.
You won't.
I promise to forget everybody as soon as I hear their name.
Okay.
So harsh.
No, it's just a promise I can keep.
Okay.
I will write down your names until I no longer have room on this piece of paper, and then whoever comes after it, I'm sorry.
She's not sorry.
No.
I'm not sorry. No.
We're not interesting, per se.
No, we're boring as hell.
I'm very interesting.
Are
Okay.
you though?
Well, you might not be, but I am.
Oh, I'm certainly
I
not.
am very full of myself today.
No, nobody gives a fuck about what I have to say. That's fine.
Oh,
You don't know that. They might all give a fuck about what you have to say.
Oh, yo, I'm the secret star. The secret
Yes.
star. Yep.
Super
Yeah.
duper secret star.
Nope.
Oh, and
It's what
and if
analysts just listening in,
They-
just waiting for you to drop a hot take so that they can feel the pulse of the nation.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
everybody's here for JC's hot takes. Nobody cares about what the
Hey,
rest of us say. It's
yeah.
all about JC's takes.
We're
Oh,
literally
yeah.
background noise.
Also, if the part where I insulted my mom's intelligence for what happened earlier today. Yeah, you shouldn't have done it in front of me. And yeah.
Yeah,
it's
they are
on
gonna
me.
they are gonna clip it and send it directly to
I
you,
don't
Mama.
even remember if that was part of the recording, but okay.
I'm saying if it is, I'm sorry. And if not,
She's not sorry.
no.
She's
And
not
If
sorry.
it's not part of
if
the
it's not here, and you're wondering what happened to my mother earlier today, don't
Don't
worry
worry about it.
I
Jinx.
may or not. I may or may not be having the next call come from jail or like something along those lines.
I
But
love
it's
how
fine.
Kitty
don't
is
worry
going
about
on to explain something that does not matter.
it. Yeah.
Well,
well, just for
Look, if I
context
do
for
the
everyone,
sex
if it's
thing
not in
from
this video,
jail, I'm sorry.
well, if we're gonna do the whole backspeed warriors or whatever, Kitty's the sassy one. She's sassy.
Sassy.
yeah. But
Sassy,
just for context for
sassy.
people,
That's a
it is
polite way
mother
of
did
calling me a bitch.
unspeakable things in a bowling alley that may or may not be legal.
Yeah. May or may not be legal.
Oh, goodness.
We'll never know.
Oh, unless you tell everybody.
No.
No.
They've got enough context now. They can make their own assumptions.
Yep.
If it wasn't in the video, they'll never figure it out, so it doesn't matter.
Nope.
Kitty's Nick Cannon.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Not Kitty.
Wait, how the hell do I have like 80 children with like 75 women if I'm a chick?
If you don't know, we're not gonna know.
Surrogates, eggs.
It's
Okay.
for the internet to decide.
Okay.
Well, I
What-
mean, there's
what
that.
is
Internet,
transmissible?
you decide how I Nick Cannoned.
Well, Kitty, there is
Women.
that chick that's like determined to have 100 biological kids, and she's having most of them carried by surrogates.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's a thing.
Okay.
You know what? Some fucked up shit.
Okay, somebody's a
okay.
weirdo.
Okay, is this bitch like the next video after you introduce me to the whatever the fuck?
No,
I
no.
mean, we can if you want.
Why? Why 100? Why 100?
I don't
My
know.
one sister has almost 10, and I think she's on fucking crack.
But the thing is, if you watched everything she's ever produced, including the children, you will still ask that same question. You are not going to get the answer.
Okay.
So no, we don't need to watch that shit.
Okay, we won't watch
Save
the shit.
ourselves- We can save ourselves a little bit of sanity.
Okay.
Jester can't handle it.
No,
I don't
I
blame
really
him.
can't.
I don't blame him. My brain kind of short circuited just then.
Well, I mean, Kitty, we already
100.
torture him enough with Girl World.
Yeah, but still, like, no, my
Yeah,
brain.
you're all
short
bullies,
circuited.
actually. If I had a therapist, I'd tell him about you.
He would tell you to abandon us.
Specifically about me.
Probably. Oh, for all of you.
Oh, we
all
have.
of us.
Especially
got-
like Llama and Daryl, or the evil things that they do.
You're
Don't let them
so-
act all like cool and that. They're both evil behind the scenes. Daryl kills kittens.
Damn.
Llama makes pacts with the devil for fucking snacks.
That I can believe.
Sacrifices
how-
the
that's
life
how
of
you-
orphans.
Oh, orphan
It's-
sacrifice. Nice.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah, it's a lot. It's awful. The thing is, it's like the parents don't know that the children's been orphaned.
There's
Oh,
something
wait.
wrong with the children.
Wait,
Which
so
is
llama's
a callback.
call back. Wait, so llama's going out and making orphans to sacrifice them to the devil
For
his
Yeah,
snacks.
so
endless supply of sugar. Got it. Okay.
yes.
But wait. You just said the parents don't know they're orphans, so the parents are still alive?
No, the parents don't know their children are about to be orphaned.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I got it now.
Yep.
We have new
For
llama
anyone
lore.
in Australia, make sure you lock your windows and doors.
Yeah, llama's part dingo.
Yep.
Uh,
Don't let him eat your baby.
we have new llama lore. It appears.
Maybe I'll probably forget that I said this tomorrow.
You know he's gonna be amazed to find out that he belongs to a satanic
Sugar
murder
cult.
cult. Yeah.
And he's probably the one running it. What are you talking about?
Yeah, yeah. It's called diabetes.
He might be wondering how we found out about it, but
I mean,
that'll be
it's
fine.
not that hard to speculate.
True.
Wait. How did we get where we were just like dunking on the Australian at this point?
We love
Because
the
because
Australian.
that is the way our brains work, and llama will take
I
it
don't
and
know.
run with
I pushed both Llama and Daryl in front of the bus, but Llama's the one that's getting all the heat.
Well, that's because
Somehow Daryl's stick on.
llama had new lore added. Accusing Daryl of killing kittens is not anything new.
Look, Daryl, stay the fuck away from
I
my
thought I was
kitten. It will
lying.
be fine.
I thought I made that up.
You did, but it's not the first time you've said it.
Daryl,
Was
stay
it?
away
Oh,
from my
okay.
kitten.
Any of this
Fine.
thing makes the actual grade. Daryl is just
Daryl
getting
is
called
awesome.
out like a
He
motherfucker.
is.
Daryl is a legend, along with Llama. They're both legends.
Yep. As long as he doesn't murder my kitten, he'll remain legend. My kitten
Daryl.
ends up dead. Mm-mm.
Kill the
Sorry,
kid.
dude.
Don't tell Daryl to kill the kitten.
No.
It-
No, the school's gonna get suspicious the way the kitten doesn't show up anymore.
Somebody's
And-
face
Daryl.
is
And
burning.
then people are gonna be knocking at the door.
Daryl,
Ask
it'll
me
be funny.
questions.
Really
No.
funny. If
No,
you did.
no.
No, stop trying to send the FBI to my damn door, bunny.
Leave the
No,
kittens
no.
alone.
No. Now, if you can somehow make it look like a suicide, maybe leave a note.
Make sure it has a paw
Complain.
print signature.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we're
Again,
fucked
the people
up.
who listen to this, what the fuck is wrong with you?
We appreciate you either
And-
way.
This
And if one of
secret
the people
random
listening-
podcast
Hold
takes
on.
an hour of bullshit to get to the funny shit.
Oh, also, if one of the people listening to this is my mummy, I already know what the fuck's wrong with you, so I don't feel the need to answer me.
We
But
have all
for
degenerated.
for the algorithm, we need you to leave a comment either way.
Yeah.
Just say how disappointed you are in Kitty. That's fine.
Exactly. All the disappointment in Kitty.
Yep. Mom, I'm sorry, I'm a disappointment. Okay, I don't care anymore.
That's right.
Yep. Mom, I apologize for
We're all
anything I
weird.
may or may not have said. Yep. Oh, they haven't figured that out by now?
Oh no,
Damn.
it's the reason I hang out with you two, but that's not the point.
Well,
Yay.
you've got content. That's, you got it.
We do.
Ayo.
We do have content, and it's definitely random.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
We have no real set pattern for anything.
no, I think we're gonna put COD gameplay in the background of this one.
Okay. You know, that's what most random videos do. Just weird videos.
You know what? I'm gonna do COD snippets, and then I'm gonna do random clips from that copycat game we played. Where it's just a
Ooh.
random cat running around.
So, for all you retards that are listening,
All right, JC, it's a bit
Damn,
hard.
JC. Fuck.
Whoa.
For
Okay,
all
no,
you
no, no,
educational impaired people,
yep.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
All of
Windows
you,
tastes very nice.
Who we appreciate your views and your watch time.
Yep.
Do you though?
I do.
Do you?
We do.
We appreciate them more than you do calling them retards.
Yes.
And also, these words are the reasons we will never get a legitimate sponsor, except for the egg company with promo code
Or MeUndies?
dog farts or undies.
I mean, you never know. We might just be random enough for a fun sponsor.
Maybe. Raid Shadow Legends.
No, we're not doing Raid
If
Shadow.
if you're a sponsor that's like of any sort, you'd sponsor a channel that has 0 viewers, talks random bullshit, and never
Shit
really
on-
stays on topic. Do you know that that's the only podcast or whatever we're calling this bullshit? The sponsor.
That's right. We are the only podcast you should be sponsoring because we are the
Yeah.
bomb.
No, none of these structured with their high tech
Wha-
quality stuff.
Why? Why do
There's
they have
no
to be
sponsorships.
structured? Why
You
do
know that they're all bullshit and that they'll just flog any old lying thing. You need to come to the randoms that have animal avatars
Because we're the best avatars.
and call our audience retards to sell your product. There's no one more trustworthy than
Look,
people who
look,
do
we
not show
call
their
them that out of love.
insult our own audience.
Well, the only one that's listening to this at this point is Daryl. Sorry, retard Daryl.
No, I think we might
Daryl.
have a few other people listening to it, but who knows?
Yeah,
We
stop
might.
being so mean
We
to
could
them.
have.
Daryl.
Quit calling everybody retards. So mean. So rude.
I know. you
Fucking
keep
old
Daryl
man.
could buy. Daryl could buy whatever we get sponsored. It's perfectly fine. Daryl, we don't think you're a retard.
No.
There's a lot of people we do think are retards, but Daryl's not
Yep.
one of them.
No.
That's probably true.
It's wait. What's probably true?
Poor K-Shoal. K-Shoal was just,
No.
Keisha's
Kate,
listening.
Keisha's
Keisha's
look-
not stupid.
Keisha's look-
I like
Keisha-
Keisha.
Keisha
Keisha's
probably-
good girl.
She's fine. She's fine.
Yeah.
Keisha doesn't say anything because she's too busy slaughtering innocent nuns. So just kind of just trying to help.
Oh, we're just going after
Everything.
everybody at this point. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. She also helps for abandoned immigrant children, and then
K-Shoal and
turns them into
Donka.
pies.
Oh, it's everybody's fair play.
Donkey, which one's Donkey?
Nick, honey.
Oh, the guy that thinks he's a robot. Yeah,
Yes.
he's a retard.
Yeah.
Zerp,
Nick,
zerp, zerp.
we're so sorry that you're so insignificant to Jester. He doesn't even remember you.
I remember you, sir. Zerp, zerp.
So you just listen people that watch the channel. Uh,
Nobody.
if Shadow's listening, yeah.
Oh,
Bleh. Oh, there you go.
wow.
Ouch. Ouch. That's on the outro.
We've come to the insult hour, so don't expect us to say nice.
Play nice,
Look,
Jester.
you reach the hour where Jester's just gonna say mean shit about you and not. Well, he never cares, but still.
Yeah, no one gives a shit that I've said something rude to him.
No.
Nope.
At this point, we've come to expect it, and if you don't, we
We worry about you. We ask if you're okay.
yeah. At that point, we're all just convinced you don't like us anymore, and
That's probably true. If I stopped insulting people, it's just because I can't stand them anymore.
I'm just kind of shocked that Kitty is still here. And
why?
not
Where the hell am
Why
I
are
going?
you shocked? Where would she?
Because of legal activity to do at the bowling alley, it's like she should be in
Yeah,
prison.
yeah, my illegal bowling alley activity that may or may not land me in a 9x10 for this next installment.
I mean, everyone's surprised that the bowling balls came out.
Yeah, I'm so lucky that skull never
And see,
surfaced.
and this is where I throw in Law and Order sounds.
I am so beyond lucky that skull did not resurface.
Dum dum. Dum dum.
Also, if you work in a bowling alley and you recently found a skull in the ball exchange thingy,
Hey, you're retarded.
I don't know where the hell. I don't know what that is.
If you find a corpse in your work, you're a retard.
Do not call me. Do not come and find me.
Oh my god.
Oh, you're all wacky now. It's wacky hour.
It is.
Yep. This is called my brain has fried. It's just coming up with randomness. I had a hell of a week.
You know, I'm gonna laugh when one of these days we actually end up with a random sponsorship offer from the weirdest place. And they're like, your guys' unconventional conversations is what drew us to you.
That's
never
ever going to happen.
No.
You don't know that.
There's going to be a company somewhere that's got so much money in reserve. They can like, we just feel like throwing this away. we was going to wipe our ass with it and then smoke it, but you know what? We're going to give it to you instead.
I mean, it could happen.
You know what, sweetie? I love the fact that you had them wipe their ass with it before smoking it.
Well, there's these quattro of retards that talk nonsense.
Excuse me, sir.
I attended school, thank you.
Yeah.
I learned my ABCs and all that shit.
Exactly. I mean, to be fair, if I listened to a podcast like this and there was actually a sponsor in it, I would probably look into them because they sound like they'd be cool to work to get some from.
Would you though?
Yeah, I would.
Look, we could probably get like a sponsorship from that random. Who the hell is it? That they make like gummy brains and stuff like that. Like they would probably sponsor. The Laugh Factory. Yeah.
No idea.
Those guys. Those guys might.
Oh God.
I love
We're so
it, Kitty,
fucking
but,
random.
Love you too.
No.
No.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know why you have to be so negative about everything. I'm trying to be positive over here and say maybe one day, maybe.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
And you guys have to be fucking negative.
Podcast.
It's the boys who are
Yeah,
negative.
we talk over each other constantly. And he
Yes.
decides, you know what? Instead of solving world hunger or terraforming Mars, we're gonna sponsor this podcast.
I mean, yeah, that sounds like the best thing to do.
Exactly. He would
And the
be a what
talking-
retard? He would be a retard if he didn't.
The talking over shit happens when we're like tired and hyper at the same freaking
That's
time.
the reason we talk over each other is because we can't see each other's faces, so we can't register when somebody's about to speak.
Nope. Also, it's really hard to tell when you're gonna speak, especially.
Also, I
if
just
you're-
feel like talking when I feel like talking.
this dude's going to be like.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait till someone starts talking and then I'll say something.
See, Jester's gonna be a
If everyone's
comedian.
quiet, if everyone's quiet, I'll stay quiet. But the second anyone starts talking, I'll just
See,
talk
he
over
can't
them.
handle being quiet.
Jester,
Oh,
you
I-
were like my best friend.
I would just say you guys are retards. Just,
You're the
Carp
retard. Quit calling everybody else a retard.
Yeah.
So
It's
mean. Like they
Oh,
didn't do
I'm a
anything to you.
mean motherfucker. Here we go.
They didn't do anything to you. Calling the audience a retard for no reason.
He called me mean this morning when I had to get at the
And-
bowling alley. Because I
And
didn't
your
understand
chance
his
to win
too.
Look, Rick,
25p.
look, just
Just
because
typing in the chat how many times JC said retard so far.
look, just because you're retired doesn't mean you can be mean to everybody, alright?
Look, he's mean to us because he doesn't have a lawn to scream at people over.
That's true. He can't yell at the neighborhood kids
No.
to get off his lawn.
He would
My
need a
view,
lawn.
my view. Oh,
Well,
And-
unless them fucking kids are flying, you can't yell at them either.
I mean,
don't
I
think
guess
the
you could
parents give
yell
a
at
shit.
I guess you could yell at the dude in the street that likes to yell, but I don't think that would get you very far.
Oh yeah,
And
go
all
scream
you-
a screamy guy.
all you plebs don't get the view I got.
Go join Screamy Guy. There you go. There's your
Yeah,
song.
go join
No.
screamy guy. Go scream
No.
a screamy guy.
He's not dead yet, but maybe soon.
Damn.
Hey,
What the
what
fuck?
screamy guy?
See, that's the
Screaming
thing.
guy
Is the entire audience is just like JC. They're all a bunch of murderous bastards.
Damn, Chester.
And JC is just like the. We didn't even get Screamy Guy's name before he butchered him. It's just.
Why would I
It's
fucking...
literal Silence of the Lambs. The guy was just a poor little sheep just wandering through the streets, and JC had to silence him.
You're gonna go kill him.
Well, apparently, I am a monster. I don't know
No.
why, but
All right.
You said screamy guy is alive so far.
Yeah, it may not be soon, so that's that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
that's like
we will endorse the murder of children and nuns, but Screamy Guy is a line too far that you should
Yeah.
not cross.
Look, he's mad
can't be
that screamy
killing
guy
Screamy
scared
Guy.
him once.
he did. He got me. The
He
one
You should
time he
go-
got me.
Instead of just like let him live and go to the local pound and start killing puppies, it'd be a lot more sanitary and better for people's hearts.
Wait, oh my gosh.
The GoFundMe for Screamy Guy's funeral will be up
Never.
whenever JC kills him.
Oh no, he'll be just like a little bit of a. He'll just be just like a hill beans. Just done. Bap. Done.
Okay,
He
he's
won't
gonna
have a
cremate you,
funeral.
Screamy
So
Guy.
heartless.
Fucking run! He's gonna
Is-
kill you and cremate you.
He's not gonna cremate him. He's gonna chop him up and he's gonna put him in a stew. and tin it and then sell it as screamy stews.
All
and
right.
and sell it to homeless charities.
I mean, homeless guy feeding the homeless.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's what God intended.
God damn it.
Womp fucking womp.
No, he's not ripping off that episode of Criminal Minds.
No, he's never seen
British.
Criminal
He never
Minds.
saw it. No.
No, if it's got the title "criminal" in the title, I'm not really gonna pay attention to something like that.
No, what you just described is a scene from a show called Criminal Minds, where that's exactly what some
Do you know what?
a
Writers are over
deranged
fucking
chef
paid.
did. A deranged chef took the head of his girlfriend that he murdered and chopped it up and put it into people's food.
Well, I mean, to be fair,
Yeah.
they didn't even get
Oh,
it any
David
place.
Kennedy did the same
They
thing.
got it from fried green tomatoes.
Jamie Kennedy did the same thing, except he was
I mean,
a
they all got it
satanic
from Butcher
cannibal,
Bleak.
and he made Tracy chili.
They all got it from what, honey?
The Butcher Bleak Street,
Oh.
Sweeney Todd.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
that
okay,
guy.
yeah.
Legit murderer. Butchers of Bakersfield was a legit murderer.
I think he was overrated.
He was overrated, but he's still.
Yeah, but their pies were good.
Those are murderers for sure.
See,
Well,
you
that
should be
was a really-
afraid. You should be very afraid.
Nope. I'm good.
I should really not know so much about serial killers and.
Yeah, you're a woman. They all fucking know too much about serial killers.
Look, we gotta get our danger from somewhere.
Yeah. Look, if any of you have a question about serial killers, leave it in the comments and
Make sure you leave a
I'll get
comment
rid of
calling
them.
JC retarded because he called all of you retarded. So turnaround's fair play.
Oh, that's fine. That's
I
fine.
want to see 1,000. Well, we're not going to see 1,000, but I want to see at least one comment that just says Jay-Z is retarded.
Yes.
Then I want to comment underneath, just how dare you call Jesus Christ retarded?
So now
we might have to cut that part out just so like there are no spoilers for Jester's retaliation.
I know.
Nope.
I'm okay with being Jesus Christ. That's fine.
He will be crucified.
Yeah, he's going to get crucified in the chat.
It's fine.
It's all right.
Crucified for the chat's sin.
It's Easter Sunday soon, so you're going to rise again. It's all right.
I'm a wooer, but fucking Daryl and
Goodness.
well,
Why do you pick on Daryl so much? Fucking hell. What did Daryl do to you?
I think I'm getting left for Daryl soon.
I do too.
Daryl,
Like poor Daryl.
There's going to be one of those, those celebrity fights. It's going to be JC and Daryl.
Yeah, oopsie poopsie. Oh, I love Daryl now.
You know what? For our 10th episode, let me look at Daryl.
My gosh. Something wrong with all of us.
There really is. It's terrible. Aww.
But on that note, we're gonna say goodbye to everybody. Thank you for
She's going to say
listening.
good night. Just so everybody hop into bed, tuck yourselves
That's
in
right.
tightly.
Good night. Go to bed. Go to sleep. Make sure you drink plenty of water. Make sure you are brushing your teeth. I don't fucking know. Be adults. Damn it.
Oh, and this was gonna be
Also,
really
you know what?
interesting.
But if you're one of those people who want your teeth to be falling out of your damn head, and you want your
Concrete.
breath to smell like a lizard just took a shit in your mouth.
Damn,
Who
kitty.
the fuck are we to stop you from being that way?
How many lizards are shitting you?
Be
What?
be adults. Drink your water. Brush your teeth. Get plenty of sleep.
Have a
And-
wank. Have fucking live a little.
Yeah, have a wank. I don't care. Whatever. Fuck your husband. Fuck your wife.
Fuck
Not the same time.
My
well,
plaque is. What can we do? My plaque.
and
Yeah, fuck your plaque too.
this
Fuck,
crazy
yeah.
group. We will see you
Just
all in the
fuck
next
everything.
video. Later.
Yeah, folks.
Bye.
Oh,
Love you.
gee. Okay. All right. It's gone now.
Yay.